This is a normal style, oh my god.
Hi everyone, so Holland Village girl here. Let's go girly pops. I'm here 3 days out of 4 days of the preview of Skye at Holland so far, and there's been a lot of people. I'm starting to think that like Singaporeans are actually really rich. But anyway, a lot of agents who are selling Skye at Holland will have told you that the reason why this is going to sell well is because one Holland Village is already selling at $3,700 per square foot, and I think that is a lot of bull because that isn't even a good comparison to start with. This is a very, very classic example of why even if you have a good project at a bad price, you will still end up with a bad exit because your entry price is wrong. At that point in time when OHV was launching, the nearby transactions were only going $1,800 per square foot. So how are you going to justify the gap of $1,000 per square foot between the resale comparables as well as the new launch pricing? For those of you who have bought OHV, I'm so sorry. The chances of you having a buyer, let alone the thought of profit taking, is going to be so tough because Skye is going to launch at the same price that you have bought OHV at years ago. For a start, let's talk about who this project is not really going to be for. For those of you who are freehold OO because it is gold, not for you. Your Spanish village Gallop Gables are going for in excess of $4, $5, $6 million. And to find a unit over there is going to be really hard because of the number of units that are available for sale. And before we go on, I can actually tell you what this project doesn't have. They don't have a pickleball court or a tennis court. And if you're looking for good views, it's going to be pretty hard to find given that there are only 2 blocks and 1 block is already blocked by the BTO coming up. And if you're one who likes peace and quiet, tranquility, serenity, this is not for you. When I was over at One Holland Village sitting there just filming, my goodness, I was going deaf with all the disturbances from the retail complex, from pets, from humans, from traffic, from everything you can think about. Can you imagine sitting at your balcony at 6 a.m. waiting for sunrise, just have a cup of coffee before you go for your work, and then all you hear is tee 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 because you have lorries pulling up next to the loading bay? I guess I'm one of the few who don't enjoy the conveniences of it all, having the MRT, the location and amenities. This is so popular is because the quantum over here starts from about $1.5 million, which is unheard of in the D10 district. So Felicia and I are going to start with 3-bedder first because I think we better say some good things before we say the bad stuff. Today at a 3-bedroom, 1076 square foot unit lah.
So out of all the show flat layouts over here, the 3-bedroom one is the one that I like the best. You have a pantry as well as a wet kitchen to work out from, so it's quite good for hosting. Quite a nice space in terms of like living and dining area.
Oh, it's quite fancy, like some Japanese style. And then inside it's very busy.
This is how many people can fit in the kitchen right now. I can't show you much, but come here and take a look yourself. But at least you know what Chinese New Year feels like.
So enough to fit a king-size bed, a vanity and a huge wardrobe. Definitely need this space for our dresses. Not enough.
This is the layout that I don't like the most. Let me show you why. For a 5-bedroom layout, you really need to feel luxury. So let's start off with the private lift, okay? This is a not so private lift. When you come in, you basically can see probably your son lazing on the couch. Then we have the living and the dining area. If you actually do buy a 5-bedroom, you want to have at least a 10-seater, which over here we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. You can hear the group behind us trying to decide where to put their TV console. And then you have your kitchen where you will host, you will cook, you will wash, you will clean with your friends around. Unlike our 3-bedroom, we actually have a pantry as well as an enclosed kitchen. This kitchen is the only kitchen you have. And then let me show you the best part of the house, which is your helper's area. So spacious. I would love to be a helper in a 5-bedroom. One of the other flaws that I see in the 5-bedroom is that typically in a 5-bedroom, you have a 4-bedroom over here and then a dumbbell layout, which you have another guest room or junior master on the other side of it. But this one, you have all 5-bedrooms flushed down this corridor along with my dreams. And amidst this month's frenzy of new launches, I'll really have you try your luck at Skye instead of waiting for better projects like Penrith, because the chances of getting our hand at those is going to be really tough. From what we've seen from past Guaco Land launches is that by the time you're ready for public launch, there's only like probably 50% of the units left after the VIP buy, the VVIPs buy, the bulk purchasers buy and the agents buy. And then there's almost nothing good left for us normies, I guess. To go into this development after all these things that I've mentioned, here's my opinion on what the walkaway price should be. Anything mid-floor should be going around $2,800 per square foot. If you're buying under $3,000 per square foot for this development, you're pretty much supported by resale comps. So if you do want to take a look at Skye Holland, you know who to call. My name is Mama Joo, always here to help you make a better real estate decision for sky high profits. Okay, thanks, bye.